Case number 1, ex-wife quits $70,000 job to avoid child support. Judge isn't having it. Welcome to the courtroom, where emotions run high, the stakes are real, and every decision can change a child's life. In today's video, we dive into 3 intense cases: a mother leaving a high-paying job, a father seeking extra support for his growing daughter, and a custody battle between a stepdad and a biological father. From money disputes to love versus legal rights, we'll break down the drama, the arguments, and the moments that could make or break these families. Get ready, this is courtroom reality like you've never seen before.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I just found out my wife just left her corporate job for a cashier job. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like she wants to get out of the payments of what she's doing.
Payments of what?
Child support, ma'am.
Okay.
We have a child together that we had in our marriage, and it's like, and all of a sudden I just found out just recently that she left her corporate job to take a couple of dollar paying job. How can you do this to us?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, do not address her. Address me.
Yes, ma'am. I do apologize.
I mean, obviously she can't help your situation.
Yeah.
That's why you're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so continue.
I don't know. It's just like when I found out, it's just like I was just shocked. I didn't know like how else to express it, but we had a child together.
How old is the child?
This child is like 5 years old, ma'am.
Is she paying anything in child support?
She's paying for the medical bills and she's paying for the support as well.
Medical support, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason why you're not paying to support this child?
First of all, I left my corporate paying job, and after our divorce, I know he mentioned I'm his wife. Correction, I'm his ex-wife.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I left my job, and the reason why I left it, and I did do it intentionally, I felt that it was not right.
Wait a minute. You intentionally left your job?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I had enough money in savings to still provide for my child and still provide medical insurance. So I felt that, the stress of my divorce wasn't inhibiting me from performing my job.
Okay. First of all, that's a different court. We're not here to talk about anything that went on with the divorce. I just need to know about the money that you're making, because obviously the child lives with you. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have all this money in saving. Let's talk about it. What's your last job?
I annually $70,000.
$70,000, okay. And that's your only job?
It was my only job. Now I work at a convenience store.
Doing what? Doing what?
Head clerk.
Head clerk. Okay, how much are you making now?
About $30,000 a year.
$30,000. And what type of education do you have?
I have my master's.
You have a master's degree and you're a head clerk?
Yes, ma'am. Again, the stresses of the divorce inhibited me from doing my job.
Okay, don't say that again. You already said that once and we moved on from that. So,
imagine this: a mother quits a $70,000 corporate job to take a $30,000 cashier position. The father is shocked, the courtroom is tense, and the judge is ready to ask the hard questions. Was this a deliberate attempt to avoid child support, or was there another reason? She claims her savings cover her child's needs, but the numbers tell a different story. 8 years of experience, a master's degree, and now a fraction of her potential income. The judge isn't buying excuses. Watch as the tension grows and the courtroom decides what fairness really means for the child involved.
That I should base child support on $30,000 instead of the $70,000 that you intentionally stopped working at?
Well, that is my annual income now, $30,000.
That's your annual income now. When did you start working at your corporate job?
A year ago.
A year ago. How long were you there?
I was there for about 8 years.
8 years
Yes,
with
ma'am.
the master's degree at a head clerk position. What's the qualification to work at that job? It's such as, do you
High
need
school
a
diploma.
degree?
You just need a high school diploma. to
High
work
school
as a house
diploma,
clerk. Yes,
and
head
you have a
clerk.
master's degree. I'm not about to play with you. $70,000 a year. You said you covered a child on health insurance. How much is that?
$300 a month.
$300 a month. Ma'am, I'm going to make you pay child support. You came obviously in this courtroom to waste my
I
time.
have a question. How come I have to get a corporate job? How come he can't get a corporate job?
He can get a job, but the child lives with him, right?
Well, yes, and I think the reason why the child is even with him to begin with is because of, well, this is a different court. Never mind, like you said.
Okay, thank you. So, moving right along, $70,000 a year, excuse me. I put your
I'm
gross
not making $70,000 a month anymore. I'm making $30,000 a year now.
You're making $30,000 a year now, but ma'am, you intentionally work at a job that pays you less, and you think that you're gonna come in this courtroom and get me to order that you pay a less amount when you're capable of making the $70,000 with a master's degree? You made that up.
Ma'am, I don't know. Emotional distress is intentional.
Excuse me. Emotional distress. I need you to go see. Okay, so your gross is $5,833.33. Based on that $70,000, I'm going to give you a credit for the health insurance, okay? The $300 that you stated brings your net to $4,497.98. How many children?
One.
One child, okay. 20%. $899.60 is going to be your monthly child support obligation that you're going to pay each month to this man. You're looking confused, and I don't understand why you're looking.
I'm not looking confused. You said what you're saying, and I'm okay. I'm taking it all in.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, do you have anything further?
No, ma'am.
That's it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it from you? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
All right, thanks so much.
Case number 2, Moms. $500 weekly allowance backfires in child support court.
Mr. Kennedy, you brought this case before the court.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
So I'm sharing custody with our 12-year-old daughter now, and I'm just wanting a little more help with finances because as she's getting older, expenses are getting a little higher, and sports, dances, going out hanging with girls, and yeah, I just want a little more help on my end. I'm paying insurance already. And
Okay. How much are you paying in insurance?
$130.
All right. And what is your daughter's name?
Autumn.
Autumn. Oh, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Autumn. Okay. So what type of expenses does she have that are increasing?
Yeah, so she's doing volleyball right now, and we're thinking that she's going to be doing that in high school as well.
Okay.
Just, athletic wear and then traveling, going to places. I want to go and support her and as well as her, but, I'm the one having to drive and take her if I don't want her to ride the bus because I don't feel her safe doing that.
Okay. Is this a school bus or
Yeah, it's a school bus.
with her teammates?
With her teammates, yes.
And you don't feel that she should ride with her teammates?
If it's really far away, maybe like an hour or more, I'll
Okay.
drive her. But if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll usually let her typically go.
Okay. That's understandable. Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
She's just a growing girl, and girls are expensive, as they say. So.
I mean, we are. We have a lot of stuff that we need. So is there anything you want to add or subtract from what he said?
Yes, Your Honor, I do feel that he's trying to take advantage of my new relationship.
Okay. Tell me about this new relationship.
Well, I can't really help who I have fallen in love with. So my new husband is a fantastic provider. However, I do get an allowance, and it isn't as much as you would think coming from. Well, my husband's a CEO of an energy company, so you would expect a huge allowance, but obviously he has to protect all of his hard-earned income.
Do you receive?
About $500 a week.
$500 a week. Okay. All right.
So, which really isn't that big a deal. I mean, obviously.
That big a deal in terms of the amount of money, or you paying child support for child support for the child living with him and having increased expense?
Well, I don't think it's that big a deal to Mr. Kennedy because he has a pretty healthy income himself.
But you do understand his income does not have anything to do with an increase in what you should be paying in child support, right?
Next, meet Mr. Kennedy, stepping into court to request additional support for his daughter, Autumn. Costs for sports, school events, and daily expenses keep rising as she grows, but Mom argues her new marriage limits what she can pay. The judge must weigh fairness, responsibility, and the realities of teenage life. Will the court side with Dad, making sure Autumn gets the support she deserves? Or will personal circumstances sway the decision? Every line of testimony matters, and the courtroom is buzzing with tension as we watch this unfold.
I understand that, but what I don't think has been considered yet is the fact that I set aside furthering my education though I wanted to pursue that so that he could go get his MIS degree and then a master's in something. So I'm not sure that it's fair. I would like to consider all the money that wasn't spent on me that should have been spent on me while we were married.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not how this works. And sir, she says she gets a $500 a week allowance from her husband. And briefly, how much money does your husband make?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
I think so.
When you say a lot, is it like in the 200,000s, 300,000s?
Well, the car that he drives was about 200,000. So I'm thinking you'd probably have to
You
make
only
more
get a
than that.
$500 a week allowance? You know what? That's not my business. That's not the reason I'm here. I'm not going to even entertain that.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll just move on. Sir, do you know how much money her husband makes a year?
I don't, but he's the Steve Jobs of the town of
Are
entertainment.
you expecting her child support to be based on his Steve Jobs?
No,
job?
his success has nothing to do with me or my daughter or our
Okay.
daughter. And like I said, I just want a little more help because she's
Okay.
getting older. And if she's happily married with whoever and how big his wallet is, that is totally up to her.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's not what you were doing because you can't do that anyway. But what we can do, ma'am, is make you pay more in child support because at this point you've been paying zero. Because from what I see, you're a stay-at-home mom, which is absolutely okay. But you do understand that your child has increased expenses, correct?
Yes, I do see that.
Mom takes the stand with a twist, explaining her $500 weekly allowance and sacrifices during the marriage. She argues her past contributions should count, but the judge pushes back. Numbers matter more than emotions here. Every claim is dissected, every argument scrutinized, as the courtroom grows quiet with anticipation. Will she be able to convince the judge, or will fairness for the child prevail?
Yes, I do see that. That means that I don't need any further response. So you understand that, right?
Well, how much are we talking about?
We're going to base it off that $500 a week allowance that you make.
Okay.
So, based on that, I have your gross at $2,000 a month. After you take out the calculations for the taxes, your net comes out to $1,662.53, okay? That would give you a child support obligation of $266. However, you also heard him say that he pays $130, correct?
Yes.
In medical insurance for the child. You're gonna have to reimburse that to him. So, in addition to the $266 a month for child support, you add the $130, your child support obligation monthly comes out to $396.
Can I say something?
Sure, but make it brief.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's still subscribing to the same psychic,
Okay.
but she charges, I think it's $412 a month.
What does it have to do with these numbers?
Well, because I just feel like if he can afford the psychic, then maybe he can afford the insurance. And I guess I feel that that is money that could have gone towards my education while we were married.
Okay, well, I've already said no to that. That has nothing to do with me. I mean, you should address that in your divorce, obviously. And whatever he pays, if he chooses to do that, that has nothing to do with your responsibility, your financial responsibility to your daughter. So if there's nothing further from either of you, you all are dismissed.
The final moments are tense. Calculations are made, child support is determined, and mom's excuses are dismissed. Autumn's needs take center stage. The judge lays it out clearly, a child deserves support above all else. No matter the past sacrifices or family drama, the law protects her rights. This is justice in action, measured, firm, and focused on the child. Autumn's future is safeguarded, and every parent watching knows the stakes are real. Case number 3. Fantray tries to replace dad. Judge shuts it down instantly.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
All right, now, okay. Now, let me just kind of cut to the chase of the thing. I was engaged to the mama of his child, and we were just having a good time, and was really getting ready to have a wedding, and the reception at Genghis Grill and everything was all set up. But unfortunately, she had fallen ill. COVID had got her, and then all of a sudden one day, she's just gone.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I mean, I had to take little Malaysia into my arms and try to explain things. I call her my little bit, because we just kicked it off right away. I'm talking about pretty much on the first date that I went on with them, because she brought her with her on our first date, which makes a lot of sense. And we just have been.
And Malaysia is the child?
Yes, ma'am.
How
Yes,
old is Malaysia?
She's 7.
Okay.
And she's one of those smart little girls where you can't really get a whole lot past her. She's gonna call you on your stuff.
Okay.
And that's what I appreciated about her. That's why we clicked so well, because her mama was the same way.
Sounds like a good kid.
Well, yeah, she's wonderful. I mean, she's on point with all of her schoolwork. She loves doing her homework. Our thing is to watch some Schoolhouse Rock on YouTube to let her know how the old school did it. And so our favorite hangout is the Sesame Place. She loves to go there. She saw one episode of Lego Masters, and I took her to the Lego place out there and the shops in Willow Bend and everything. So it's like, that's been my road dog. That's been my everything and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds like the two of you have a great relationship.
Oh, seriously. I mean, I just love having her, like my own child. And I feel like that she is actually my own child. I know that she only likes broccoli with ketchup, and she likes fish sticks with ketchup, and she likes corn with ketchup. I don't know what this thing is about ketchup.
Me either. I don't like ketchup like that.
I don't either. But I know how she likes that. I know that she's got to have that mood light on when she goes.
And finally, the most emotional of all, a stepdad who has been there for little Malaysia since day one versus her biological father asserting his legal rights. The stepdad knows her routines, school, and favorite foods, but the law favors the biological parent. Love versus legal obligation, emotion versus statute, both men clearly care, but the judge must decide what the law says. Who will win this battle of hearts and rights? Stay glued to the screen, because this ruling could reshape a little girl's world.
Know that if I don't put those downy beads in with her blanket, that she's not going to sleep. So I do everything. I mean, I talk to the teachers. I got her on the after school program. I mean, everything that I could possibly want to do for a child, I do for her.
Okay.
And so my thing is that, I'm doing all the things that a dad would do for his daughter. And little bit in me, it's like, hey, I mean, I might as well just go ahead and say that she's mine. Because, up until the time that she and I and her mother were together, that's just the way it was. When it was with her, I was with them. So it's like, I feel like I take care of her.
Okay.
And since I figure I take care of her, then, then this figure that, that he's got something to say about it. When I've hardly seen him, granted, she's the child's daddy. I mean, yeah, every once in a while he'll come around. Every once in a while he'll visit her and all that kind of stuff. But he don't know.
What do you mean by every once in a while?
Well, every once in a while, it's like he'll come. He might honk the horn or whatever. He might ask her to come out. She'll come out and see. And that's the one thing about her. She knows no strangers.
Okay, so you're referring. You called him a cat. I mean, what?
Okay. All right. Look.
So this is her dad.
This is her dad, yes.
Okay, so you're saying he's not doing all of the things that you're doing with Little Bit, right?
No, not at all. I mean, really.
And you know that for a fact?
Well, this is how I look at it. If he was really taking care of his business, handling the business, then I wouldn't have any room to have proposed to Little Bit's mama. I wouldn't have even a place in her radar. But the fact that I did, to me, kind of says something. I mean, come on, man. It's like,
So let me ask my question again. Okay. You know this for a fact that he's not active in her life.
Well, the one thing that I know is that a lot of things that she needs and that she likes and dislikes, he hardly knows half of that.
Oh.
I mean, as far as, come on. I mean, it's
Sir,
like,
give me 1 second. I'm about to have him wrap it up.
Okay, well, look, all I know is this. When it comes between me and him, she comes to me. When it comes
that you know of.
Yeah, that I see.
This courtroom is intense from the start. Mr. Ward, the stepdad, is defending the bond he's built with Malaysia since her mother's passing. He knows every detail, her bedtime routines, favorite foods, and even how she likes her broccoli. He's been the constant in her life, showing that love isn't just about biology, it's about presence. But the real father sits across the aisle, ready to prove he's still the rightful parent. Tensions spike as both men claim to be the best caregiver. The courtroom is silent, hanging on every word. Who will the judge side with, the man who raised her or the man whose blood runs through her veins?
You know, I mean, every time that he comes, I give them their space, but I'm looking at her body language and she's like, man, when is this gonna be over? So it's like,
yeah, cause she ready to come home with her real dad.
No.
Okay, Mr. Ward, give me 1 second. You know, your story was beautiful. It was very colorful. You know, and that's not to say that you're being untruthful about anything. However, I would like to also hear from Dad, because as you know, there are always 2 sides to every story, well, really 3, and the truth lies somewhere in between them, right?
I understand.
So give me a moment, and I'll go over to Dad.
All right.
Now, Dad, it sounds like, you know, your daughter and Mr. Ward have a great relationship. Is it true these, you know, allegations he's saying about you not being very active and involved?
None of it, ma'am. I see my child every time I'm off work, and every time I'm off, I go and pick her up, and she stays with me for the whole 4 days. I work 3 days on, 4 days off, and he knows it. And when we talk to her on the phone, she says he's too invasive. He always, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he always in her face and want to know
Like
this.
a helicopter dad.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like a microscope. That's how she feels, and she don't like it. And then as far as me and my child's mother splitting up, you know, that was between us. That was years before she even met you, so you can't put that on me.
Well, you know, I can't put a lot on you. I mean, yeah, okay, helicopter all you want to, but you were not there when her mama died, man. You weren't there to have to console her when she was crying and didn't go to sleep. You weren't there, I was there.
You didn't even tell me. I was at work. You didn't even tell me.
See, that's the thing. You were always at work. You're always at work.
And see, here's the thing. I know there are a lot of emotions going on. I usually don't let people talk back and forth to each other.
I'm so sorry.
But I do understand the underlying issue here. Especially with, you know, your fiance passing away. I definitely understand that. I am just trying to get some clarity here because that you file, Mr. Ward, there is a court order in place.
Yes.
And it names your fiance as the custodial parent and Dad as the non-custodial parent. And you are essentially trying to modify this order.
Well, yeah, because essentially, to me, I became the custodial parent.
Okay. And you
okay.
understand how you feel is not what the law says, right?
I do understand that. But
Okay.
Your Honor, the one thing that I do know is that the custodial duties I have taken on, and I know it's not by emotion, and I'm not even just talking about emotion, I'm talking about my actions. The teachers know me. The teachers call.
The stepdad's passion meets the father's facts head-on. The father details his involvement, full days with Malaysia, paying for lessons, attending events, and challenges the stepdad's right to full custody. The judge reminds everyone, feelings matter, but the law rules. This isn't a popularity contest, it's about legal rights and the child's best interest. The stepdad's heartfelt actions collide with the legal framework, and emotions run high. In the end, the judge's words bring clarity, love is powerful, but legal rights are non-negotiable. The stepdad must step back, and the biological father retains his custody. It's a reminder that in family law, dedication is respected, but the law protects what's written on paper.
Yes, ma'am. Now, granted, he lives closer to the school, so he's up there just a little bit more than me, but anytime they call, I stop what I'm doing and I'm on the way.
Okay. All right. It sounds like he's pretty involved. And tell me some things you and your daughter do together.
Well, I take her to piano. I pay for her piano lessons.
Okay.
Some days when I'm off, I take her. He takes her other days. I pay for her to be in karate class.
Okay.
We go to Six Flags together. We go to skating together.
Okay.
I try to teach her how to bowl. We have fun. go to my mom's house, and I drop her off, and she enjoys spending time over there mostly.
All right. So she has a good relationship. It sounds like this child is just well loved all around with both sides. I mean, is there any chance of the two of you trying to get along to make it work for the best for your daughter?
Her dad, but he keeps saying, oh, she needs to be here, and my child's mother is no longer here, so I'm trying to get him to court to get full custody of my child all the way. So that's how that's gonna end. You're not gonna be around too much longer.
Look, man, no, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. No.
Well, neither one of you are going to talk to each other like anything anymore. I'm ready to make my ruling. I've heard saying that dad is pretty involved with the child. He's paying for teaching her how to skate, paying for karate. She has a great relationship with her paternal grandmother. It sounds like dad wants to be a part of the child's life. I also understand, Mr. Ward, your heavy involvement with the child. You have a nickname for her. You all do things together. She loves ketchup. You know all about her nightlife and her sleep routines and everything like that. However, that does not negate the fact of what the law says. The child was not left with you by dad. Her dad is still alive. Sounds like he is a deadbeat parent by any means. He is making the expenditures that any parent would do. And he also said he's trying to petition the court at some point to get sole custody of his daughter. So based on that, I have no other choice but to dismiss your claim because you do not have any grounds to be petitioning this court for child support. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, I'm very happy with the verdict.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
These 3 cases show us the real stakes of family law. It's never just about money, schedules, or rules. It's about the children, their well-being, and ensuring fairness for everyone involved. Whether it's enforcing child support, balancing growing expenses, or deciding custody between loving adults, the courtroom reminds us that justice is measured in responsibility and care. If you believe every child deserves protection, support, and love from all sides, like, comment, and subscribe for more intense real-life courtroom stories.